Yeah, so good morning all. How are you all? Just fine, not excellent. Yeah, so how about online? Am I audible? Please type yes or no. And the screen is visible or not? Please type in the chat box. And very soon we are going to wind up our trailer and we are going to start our movie as usual. Okay, very good morning. Thank you. So let's begin our journey from the place where we have stopped. And before that, let's have a recap related to the things that as we have discussed. What is the importance of sentence? And as usual, if you do any mistake, then Charles will come. And then after, like, he'll keep on searching your location. And as usual, like as we have seen the example of Ramesh as well, that if Ramesh would like to ask a bicycle and if he doesn't use as the object, then by default, he'll get a bicycle, aeroplane, everything. And as usual, the consequences. Then after we have seen like why we have to learn. Yeah, very good morning. So why we have to learn about the pronoun as usual. Then a little bit we have seen about the tense. I mean, what is the use of a simple present? And the last question where we have stuck was, what's the difference between have, V2 and had? I think this one. Is it the same question? Okay, so still any answer? Who could explain? And as usual, as I promised you that today I'll tell you the question related to Nobel Prize. By the way, how many of you would like to take a Nobel Prize? Everyone knows what's Nobel Prize? Okay, good. So let's say if you're gonna receive a Nobel Prize, where you will be, you'll not be in Nareshati, you'll not be in Hyderabad. And obviously you'll be in US and mainly like the people, they have to take the appointment and not the normal people actually. Yeah, please come. Even not even the CMs, only the PMs and the presidents. Yes, the CM, he will be a like very common man to you. So that's the value of. And moreover, Naresh IT gonna have a very big banner near metro that our student got the Nobel Prize. Even the IITians, they did not get. So that will be a great achievement. So let's see if you can find out the answer for that. Okay. So as usual for this, in case if you have found, that's okay. In case if you didn't get, then we'll watch the answer or we'll resolve the mystery in the movie. Then after, yeah, let's say if you feel that I know the meaning and if you keep on learning the vocab and if you have skipped the tense, and instead of writing, I will deliver the project by tomorrow noon. And I hope everyone would like to become a software engineer. Yes. So as usual, let's say if you are working on a project and obviously the client used to be from USA or Europe or somewhere else. And let's say if the next day gonna be Saturday, I mean Saturday and Sunday. So as usual, like what you're gonna write, you're gonna write that, okay, I'll deliver the project tomorrow. Tomorrow, it means it comes on Monday. But instead of writing, I will deliver, you have written, I delivered. And you thought that, okay, the meaning of deliver is to send. Okay. And as usual, your timings might be 10 to 6, let's say, in IT sector. And as your client has received, and they used to log in at 6 o'clock, 6 or 6:30. I mean, in our Indian time, 6:30 p.m. and they used to go with 9 a.m. I guess. Yeah. And let's say Charles was sitting over there, and as he has logged in, and he just and first thing what they do, I mean, any IT, yeah, please come. Any IT aspirant or anyone who just work in the IT sector, the moment they enter into or the moment they log in, they just go through their mails. Is it? Is there anyone? Okay. So they just check it out their mails, And as they go through their mail, the first thing they go through that, okay, is there any important mail that I have received? And the moment, let's say, Ramesh has sent the mail to Charles. Then Charles has received and it's written, I delivered the project. So immediately what Charles will do, he'll find out the attachment where he can't find the attachment. So he'll just search even the spam mails. Spam, you know, spam is like, in case if you don't find in the inbox, then immediately you go with the spam. So as even he goes with the spam and he could not find, then again, he wastes his time almost like half an hour to 1 hour. And then he calls to the manager, like who might be the team lead or the manager working in India, under whom the Ramesh might be working. So by now, like as usual, it's Friday. So Ramesh might be in enjoying mood. He might have booked the tickets or he might be enjoying his food in restaurant. But as the manager of Ramesh has received the mail from Charles that, okay, as your employee, so-called Ramesh has sent me the mail and this is what the mail he has written. I delivered. And in this, I can't find. So as usual, even this manager will check that, okay, where he has sent and everything. So even he'll check all the mails, even the previous mails, and almost even he'll struggle for 1 hour. And after that, he'll find that Ramesh has not sent the mail. Then immediately what he'll do, he'll call to Ramesh, and the time is, let's say, 9:30 p.m. Okay. So as usual, Ramesh, he is enjoying, and then immediately the manager calls him and says, are you good at English? Then he says, obviously. Then he says that, okay, just check it out, the mail, what you have written. And then Ramesh check it out and he says, yeah, as I have written that I'll deliver on Monday. Then he says, no, what's the meaning of that? And immediately he just cross checks with the Google or something else. And then he come to know that I have sent the wrong information. Thus, the manager says, even though tomorrow being holiday, but he says, immediately come now or tomorrow. And as usual, like Ramesh has booked the tickets for the movie the next day, but everything got cancelled and he has to go back to the office. And then the manager reminds him that please go and attend the spoken English class. And that would be a very embarrassing moment, you know. If you are working from the past 6 months or 1 year, and if someone says that you have to go and attend the classes, then that would be very embarrassing. And this is what it happens. So even in case if you miss that will, and if you just write the V2, the total meaning gonna change. So as I told, like you have to learn how to play with the sentences. In case if you don't know, then the sentences will play with you. Yes. So always you have to be careful. So it's like handle with care. It's similar to like speak carefully. And in case if you go wrong, then no syntax error, no compile time error. So whatever the things, it will happen, as you know, similar to like Ramesh. Okay. Next thing is that, is it right to ask a question using I or we? I mean, am I buying a laptop? Are we eating now? Is it okay? Right or wrong? Let me write one more question here. Spoken English class. Is it right? Am I attending spoken English class? Am I writing? Am I eating? Is it okay? If you say to yourself that, do I take my breakfast every day? Is it right? Let's say this is the question. Do I take my breakfast every day? Is it right? Yes or no? No. Why no? Or if it's yes, why yes? Let's start with the no. Why no? Hmm? Is it wrong to ask? Okay. How about yes? Okay. So even with are I can ask, or am. Now let me tell you. Grammatically, all the four sentences are right. Whereas practically, if you ask yourself, do I take my breakfast every day? Do I study every day? You know what does it mean? It means you are going to talk to yourself. And who used to talk to themselves? Okay. In case if you speak to yourself that do I study every day? Do I take my breakfast every day? Do I take my lunch every day? So by default, the person sitting beside you may understand and he or she may change the seat. Yes. So even theoretically it's right, but practically it's wrong. So moreover, like whatever the classes you might have studied or you might have attended in the past, along with the theoretical thing, even you have to understand the practical use of that as well. Getting the point? So it's not important that even you might be good at grammar and even you can use anything. But at the same time, you have to use your CS. What is that CS? Not communication skills, common sense. Okay. So parallelly, even that's important. And the same CS gonna help you in your interviews. Okay. So I'll let you know how. Okay. So I hope you are getting. So in the same way, like in our course, even we'll learn what to speak, how to speak, and when to speak as well. Clear? So it's not only the tense if you know, and even if you know the whole grammar, you might be speaking very well. That's not the issue. The main issue is that what to speak and how to speak. Even that's gonna be very important. So I hope you got the point. You should not question to yourself and you should not speak to yourself. Okay. You can think, but you should not speak to yourself. Next is when to use shall or will. Yeah. What's the difference? Okay. See, moreover, I concern about the practical use. Okay, whatever, it might be used with I or we, but what is the use? If I say, oh, I shall help you. And parallelly, is it visible? Last talk. And if I say, I will help you. Let me take. Yeah, what's the difference? I shall help you and I will help you. Mm-hmm. And how about this then? This is definitely and definitely. Yeah, from online, like, please, you can type in the chat box. Tell me, Manoj. Okay, so both the sentences are same, you mean? If both the sentences are same, then we might be wasting our time. Is it? If you say even the programming, in case of, I hope how many of you have learned C programming? Even if you say the switch cases and conditional statements are same, then how? Even though we can use in the similar fashion, even in case of loops, if you say the do while and for and the while, all the three are same. So there might be some difference. Will means compulsory. Then what is the meaning of must, Shyam? Must means definitely, obviously. So even you people have completed tense. Yes. And I'm pretty sure that you have studied tense. So see, I believe on the practical use because even though you might have achieved 90% or 95% in your graduation or in your 12th, but it means nothing if you're not able to express the things. And moreover, in case if you might have attended any interview, so even over there, they don't see your marks. You know this fact? They least bother, they just check, okay, if you're graduate, that's okay, you are eligible. And then you have to prove yourself that obviously you have the practical knowledge. And in case of tense as well, you have to understand that how I can use it practically. Let's say if you have attended for an interview, and if your interview says, we shall call you, and at the same time, the other interviewer said, मैं आपकी मदद करूंगा, okay, thank you. We will help you. So what's the difference? We shall call you and we will help. Sorry, we will call you. If a HR says that we shall call you, what is the meaning? And we will call is उसके बाद में when? No one? Huh? May? Which one? Shall one or like will one? Shall. And how about will? Definitely. Percentage ज़्यादा है. Let's say if you have booked the train ticket, how many of you have gone through the IRCTC to book the tickets? Okay. So over there, even nowadays the AI they are using, you know, the moment you click on, even they show that the percentage, like the confirmation percentage, like 20%, 30%, 50%, 80%, but they never show beyond 90%. And if you want to go beyond 90%, then you have to use must. Yes. So as usual, if I say like, I will call you, what does it mean? Definitely I'll call you. Yes. And if I say like I must call you, then not definitely. Again, I have to prove you wrong. Let me tell you. Okay, you'll find the answer very soon. I hope everyone might have completed your 10th. Okay, so in your question paper, you might have seen that candidates must answer 5 questions out of 7, let's say. So what does it mean, you know? Definitely you have to. In case if you miss any question, I mean, out of 7, if you write only 4, then you are going to lose your marks. But they never write will. Is it? It means they might be doing some mistake, is it? They have to write candidates will. Yes, sir. According to your answer. So see, like even you are confused about the things what you have studied in the past. And still you are aspiring to get a job. Yes. Okay. So I hope now you are getting the point. So we'll clear all the mysteries beyond, like behind this. Okay. And when to use. And if you are clear with these concepts that when to use will, when to use shall, when to use which particular tense in which scenario, then obviously no one can stop you. Getting the point? So we'll go through all the answers. Next. As I told, like, how many of you want to become a politician? There is a particular tense for them, you know. Like which particular tense is used for the politicians? Future? No. So obviously future, but there is one particular. Future is divided into 4 parts. Okay, if you have to tell about your goals, which particular tense you gonna use? So in future, which one? Simple tense, no Shreya? Future, obviously future tense you'll use. Future tense is divided into 4 parts. Simple future, next, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So which one? In order to tell your goals, future perfect? Yes. Future perfect continuous. And you know, practically future perfect continuous is not used at all. I will tell you the reason behind that. And in case of tense, out of 12, I mean, by dividing all, like present is divided into 4, past into 4, future into 4. So out of these 12, only 8 are important. And if you can gain the master, or if you can become the master on this 8, then no one can stop you. And how? I'll let you know. So no one wants to become politician. Okay. Like if you want to become rich, then you can. The shortcut way. Because as usual, if you'll become the software engineers, it will take 20 years, 30 years to like buy a house. But if you become politician, then 1 month, obviously. Only one project is enough. By the way, don't take it seriously, huh? As you'll go and tell your parents that, okay, as we have attended the spoken English, and our sir, he said to become politician, so I don't want to do any course by default. Okay. So even it takes a lot of time and you may or may not become, who knows. Next, so I'll let you know future perfect continuous. Okay, I'll resolve the query. Okay, future perfect continuous is not useful at all in practical, and why I'll let you know. Next is, so here I'm just letting you know that why we have to learn the grammar. I hope you're getting the point. Okay, as usual, like most of you may not like the grammar, but due to this thing, at least you are getting a little bit of interest, I guess. That's why we have to learn. Even what's the difference between can I go and may I go? Who can tell me? As usual, we are going to learn can I go and may I go. As yesterday, we have seen that in case if you don't want to attend the party, then what we have to use? Might. And at the same time, if you would like to maintain the very good bonding with your friends. So how about can I go and may I go? Difference? Yeah, from online. Anyone? May, what is it? मैं जा सकता हूँ. Okay. So which one it is? Can I go or may I go? Okay. And how about can I go? So may I go is जा सकता हूँ. Can I go is जा सकता हूँ. Which one? May I? And can I go is? And how about shall I go then? Okay. So in both the cases, you are informing me. And how about shall I go? Okay. And can I go is without permission? Okay. And may I go is? And shall I go is? Combination of both. मैं जा सकता हूँ, जा पाऊंगा. Okay. We'll see. So see all the things, and even it doesn't mean that you have not heard these things, is it? You have heard in the past. Can I go and may I go दोनों request के लिए use करते हो, okay? And shall I go? Yeah, in any language you can. Not only in Hindi, even in Telugu, Marathi, any language. हाँ बोलो. हाँ तो कल नहीं आए थे. Oh, so he has missed the story. कोई नहीं, लास्ट में बताऊंगा फिर. How many of you are attending for the first time today? Okay. So they have missed the Ramesh and Suresh story. Where we are going regularly, we are using me. Okay. Okay. So as usual, like just go through day 1 and day 2. Okay, एक बार देखो. And उसके बाद पता चलेगा कि क्यों इंग्लिश में ही चल रहा है क्लास. Okay. In case, as I told yesterday, and the story as it become practical for you. In case if I teach in Hindi or in Telugu, so after 2 months, 2 महीने बाद कुछ नहीं सीखोगे. Okay, so at least like if I could or if you can understand even a single word, so tomorrow you will understand 2 words, day after tomorrow 3 words, then after 5 6, in this way, and at last you will feel good. I mean the improvement you can see. But अगर हिंदी में ही पढ़ाऊंगा ना तो बस समझ में आएगा लेकिन कभी नहीं बोल पाओगे. Okay, even in Telugu if I. So as usual कल का डेमो देख लो एक बार, and then after you'll understand. Okay, chalo. Yeah, any other queries apart from that? So even I'm not using the complicated words. Yes. Okay, today it's your first class, so just to go through the day 1 and day 2 demo. I mean we are going through the trailer. So पहले trailer देखो, उसके बाद movie. Okay everyone. This is right way. Okay, thank you Avinash. So like to design this course, I have done the lot of research, even sat with the PhD people, and when did the experiment, then I came up with this. So over other places, what you go, like even you learn the tense as usual, and they teach whatever they like, and they say like Ram aam khata hai, Ram eats a mango, and उससे कोई English आज तक सीखा नहीं है, and सीख भी नहीं पाओगे. Okay, but this is a practical way, and even it's been working from the past 6 to 7 years, and even most of the aspirants, they got the result out of this, and many of them are working in the software field. And even I told not to translate, and kyun translate nahi karna, even I'll let you know soon. In case if you have missed, like just go through the day 1 and day 2. Okay, and in case if you have any queries, then at the last you can ask. So let's where will we use the shell? Obviously Ashish, like I'll let you know. So that's a mystery, and we are going through the trailer, so in movie you will understand. Next is like in case, as usual, we can express the things using simple past, like something which is already done. Okay, so what like which particular thing we have to use in order to express if it was my habit? Like in order to express the daily routine, we can use simple present. But what I have to use if it was my habit in the past? Obviously used to. Apart from that, anything else? No. So if you say I was, like I can say that I used to ride a bicycle. It means in the past. But I was riding a bicycle when? Okay, even as I let you know the answers, okay? Saubhagya. So we'll come to know even this answer as well. And this will discuss under the modal auxiliary verbs. It's nothing but when to use can, could, may, might. Okay. And one more important thing, like what we are going to follow is 80-20 rule. You know what is this 80-20 rule? 80% of the time will only go with the English. And in case if you get any query, agar kahin pe kuch nahi samajh aa raha, then 20% will use the other languages in our general classes. Got the point, everyone? But if I go 80% in the local language and 20% in English, then it's gonna be impossible for you to learn. Yes. So those who got like jinko bhi 16 lakhs ka package laga hai, even they could not have. Okay. So English gonna play a very crucial role, and how? In one season. So you don't have to trust because as like if you'll attend, you will understand things. Okay. So by now, like if you are attending from the day one, okay. So you don't have to trust me. You just have to understand the things, because trust pe kuch nahi chalta. Okay. In case if you can understand, then that's well and good, because I'm not a god that you have to trust. Yes. If you'll follow the things, you'll learn. Okay, Meher. Okay. And next is like difference between. Who can tell me the difference between in versus into? What's the difference? As I told you, like we'll discuss in our course what is the power of preposition. As like don't underestimate the power of preposition, not common man now. Huh. Okay, so in versus into. In means so see, like out of the whole course, I have just taken few of the things to explain you, like why the grammar gonna be that important. And I hope like okay, in is when in static, but into will be in motion, is it? So let's say if I say I am in the classroom, what does it mean? So in the classroom, even I can move, is it, Samir? And into is if I say the boy jumped into the river. Okay. So what's the difference then? When I have to use exactly in and into. In is position, into is direction. Is it? Is it right? In we use for the position. Let me show you the actual power of preposition. In means inside and into means go through. Okay, a little bit we can. For example, let's say one day Ramesh and Suresh, they were playing near a well. Everyone knows well? Well. Okay. Into is used for non-living thing, no Rishikesh. See. And they were in a village. I hope everyone might have been to village. Yes. So nowadays we can't find, but in the past, there used to be a village. There used to be a well in every village, and through which like people they used to like take the water. So one fine day, into deep. Okay, I'll let you know each and everything in detail, like in the course. So as usual, this Ramesh and Suresh, they were playing. So, and their age might be like around 5 to 6 years. So obviously, like if your age might be 5 to 6 years, so you might not be that good at grammar. So all of a sudden, as Ramesh and Suresh, they were playing, whereas like Suresh, he just fell into the well. So what did happen? This person, I mean, as Ramesh, he fell into the well, then Suresh, he started shouting that my friend, or he fell well. And you know what is the meaning of he fell well? Don't know. What is the meaning of well in general? Let's say if you are working in IT sector and if your manager says that well means good. Whereas a stranger was passing by and he just heard that he fell well. So what he'll understand? He fell very well. बहुत अच्छे से गिर गया. And obviously he'll smile and he'll go. Then after, yeah, good. Then after, the other stranger will listen the same. And obviously what they'll understand is that, okay, like as they both are playing and one he fell well, that's why the other is laughing. So as usual, like they both like even the other stranger, he'll listen and then he'll feel the same and then even he'll pass by. So in this particular time period, the other guy called the Ramesh, he starts shouting. Then all of a sudden, a stranger comes to know that, okay, Ramesh or his friend might be in trouble. And he comes and he says that what happened? Then he says he fell well. Then he corrects him and he says, you have to use he fell into the well or into the well. Oh, sorry, even into well. If you can use, then even will understand that, okay, your friend might be in trouble. In case if Suresh would not have used into, then Ramesh might have. Huh? Obviously, he might have been to heaven. Okay. So in the same way, like we'll discuss the power of preposition. Even if you would like to celebrate your birthday, but if you want to skip the birthday party, then we have the solution in preposition. How? Okay. So anyone whose birthday gonna be in this month? Yeah, from online. Who? Okay. So, okay, very nice. So advance wishing you the birthday wishes and wish you many more happy returns of the day. Now listen, so as usual, like most of you, what you do, you just expect, okay, very nice, Chandan. Okay. So as usual, like what people they do, I mean, most of you might be staying in hostels. So even you like to celebrate your birthday. I mean, like even you wish that, okay, my friend, they should bring the cake, everything, but you would like to skip the party. Yes. So how you can skip? The solution is in the preposition. And even you can save your money. And even that's a mystery. So we'll come to know. Next, after that, even how many of you stay in hostels? Okay. And there is one more thing related to preposition. Let me show you. So let's say the sentence is Mukesh lives in Amirpet. What does it mean? Let's say if I remove this, what's the meaning of this? Mukesh lives. And in case, if anyone hears, they may even understand this meaning as well. Okay. So one fine day, Mukesh and huh? हाँ, Amirpet को छोड़ रहा है. Okay, like he is leaving the Amirpet. Let's say. So Mukesh and his friend, what? Any name? Mukesh and Suresh. Okay. Mukesh and Manoj. Okay. For example, Mukesh and Manoj. So what had happened is like Mukesh and Manoj, like they started their course, even the technical course as well as the spoken English course. And obviously, like after 2 months, they started applying. I mean, after the completion of the course, they started applying for the interviews. Whereas, let's say Manoj, he got the offer from Bangalore. Okay. So then, and let's say if tomorrow being Sunday, and whereas like in his offer letter, it's written that you have to attend the orientation session by Monday. So obviously, like, and today, let's say it's 9th, and he has to pay the rent on 10th. So as what he does, like he just goes through the mail and he finds that I have to attend my orientation. Everyone knows orientation session, like the day one in your company. I mean, on the day one, like they used to introduce each and every person, and that comes under the orientation. So as usual, like Manoj, he goes through the mail and then he says to Mukesh that, yeah, Mukesh, actually, like I need to pay the rent at the same time, like I have to go to Bangalore. Then if once I'll come by Wednesday or Thursday, then I'll pay the rent. Then as usual, like Mukesh, he says, okay, Manoj, no worries. And at the same time, like Manoj, he want to inform to the owner as well. And being Saturday, like the owner, he did not come and he thought that I'll come on Sunday. So as usual, the owner, he came on Sunday, whereas he collects the rent from everyone. And at last he searches for Manoj. And when he could not find, then what he does? He just asked to Mukesh. So whereas Mukesh, he is very good in English. And what he says? That Manoj, he says in this way. He just, the owner asked that, okay, where is Manoj? Then he says, Manoj lives Amirpet. Then immediately the owner was about to get an heart attack, because almost even they don't leave the 2 days rent, you know, and obviously it's 1 month rent. So then again the owner, he confirms that, is it? And he says, yes, he lives Amirpet. And actually he has to say that no, he lives in Amirpet, whereas like only for 2 days he just went to Bangalore. And he just misses out that preposition called in. Then even for the second time, the owner asks, okay, are you sure? Then Mukesh says, yes, Manoj, he lives Amirpet. And then like Hashinchadam may means permission, Adgadam, and shall means decide I permission kosam Adgadam. Okay, Shyam, to an extent that's good. And in detail, we'll discuss in our course. Okay, good. Yeah. So then like even the owner, he tries to call to Manoj, and whereas he finds that the number you're trying to reach is currently not reachable or switched off. And let's say he might be attending the orientation session, so obviously he'll not pick the call. So then like he is about to get fever, cough. I mean the owner was almost like 6,000. How much you used to pay? 5,000 or 6,000. Okay, let's say whatever. So as usual, like if he doesn't get that 6,000, then he may feel bad. Then at last, Mukesh, he just looks at the owner and he now understands that I have done some mistake. And then he suggests that, okay, you don't have to get depressed. Actually, I just have missed something called preposition, that is in. So Mukesh, he lives in Amirpet, but only for 2 to 3 days, he went to Bangalore. Then the owner says that, then why didn't you tell the same thing at the beginning? Then he says that, okay, actually I have missed the in, but now I understood that what is the power of preposition. Okay. So in the same way, there are other stories related to this. I mean, in, into, on, over, everything that we'll discuss in our course. Okay. So now you understood at least a little bit the power of preposition. Huh. Obviously. ऐसे ही होगा ना. He lives in Amirpet. He lives in Amirpet. वो छोड़ दिया. वो अमीरपेट में है. हाँ. And in case if you write this, and obviously you will not write and show to your owner because they might not be good at English. So they just understand lives, live left. And obviously he'll understand that you might have left. Okay. So in English, yeah, so those who have missed the day 1 and day 2, here is the link. Okay. And even you can contact the admin, he'll provide you the link. So as usual, what we go is we just understand the sentence and according to the context we go with. Even if you say, I want, let's say this is the thing, even in written form as well. I want to go, for example. And let's say instead of writing want, if you have written went, and you may say that it's only a single letter, then again it will affect. If you say I went to, what does it mean? But actually you mean to say I want to go. Course, syllabus. Okay, at last I will let you know, Venkat. Okay. Or else if you can go through the day 1 and day 2, in that I have explained. So in English, now you got the point, Manoj? Even the single letter, it matters. And the single word, it impacts. Okay. So the other things, as usual, we'll discuss. Okay. So this is how, like, even I'll let you know how to speak without grammar with the help of V1, V2, V4, and will plus V1. That we'll discuss soon. So how many of you like to learn without grammar? English without grammar? No, now everyone would like to learn with grammar. Okay, that's good. So without grammar is riding a scooty, and with grammar is riding a bike. Obviously. So let's. How many of you are good at article a and the? When to use? When to use a? When to use and? When to use the? Not good, but little bit. Okay. Let's start with this. I think this might not be right. Let's check it out, your grammar. A, I, O, U, and. Everyone agrees? So here what I have to write? And. There is class tomorrow. Yeah, there will be. Okay. Second one. A or an? Okay. If you are saying and, if you are saying A. Okay. Even let's write the as well. I don't know why. Next. The or an or A. How many of you say A? How many of you say an? How many of you say the? Let's write both. This one. An or a or the. Okay, one by one, one by one. How many of you say a? How many of you say an? How many of you say the? All the three. Huh? So still like we don't have the majority for a or an or the. An नहीं होगा. A is used for consonant, an is used for vowel, the is used for specific thing. Okay. And you know, by default, if you follow A, E, I, O, U, always you may do the mistake. You know this fact? So according to your answer, this is an university is absolutely wrong. So we follow certain rule called, as usual, it's written in your books and you may or may not understand. But I'll let you know one of the easiest trick, even you don't have to go through the vowel or consonant as well. If you can, if you might be aware of the Hindi letters or the Telugu letters or the Tamil or any language letters, then easily you can proceed with that. And how that I'll let you know in the course. Whereas the rule actually that you'll find in the books is, if the first letter, I mean, after the blank, if the first letter is consonant, and if the first sound is consonant, then you have to use A. If the first letter is consonant and if the first sound is vowel, then you have to use an. If the first letter is vowel and if the first sound is vowel, then you have to use an. If the first letter is vowel and if the first sound is consonant, then you have to use A. And this is what the CC, CV and VV and VC and CC gonna be followed. Whereas if you'll follow this, you're never gonna solve this. And according to that, if the first letter is vowel, whereas if the first sound is consonant, then what you have to use? A. And out of 100%, 90% of the people, they don't get clarity on this, you know. And that's the reason, like, as I have worked on this and I came with a very easy rule for this. So how many of you are good at Hindi? कितने लोगों को हिंदी आता है? Okay. Once again, those who are attending for the first time, please raise your hand once. Okay, very good. I know Hindi. Okay, very nice, Avinash. Good. How many of you don't know English? कितने लोगों को हिंदी नहीं आता है? You don't know Hindi. Perfect नहीं आता. Okay. How many of you know Hindi perfectly? Very good. Very nice. Okay, good. Because मुझे हिंदी नहीं आता है to that extent. So just tell me, what do we say to your platform ticket in Hindi? Platform ticket in Hindi. Those who feel that even day 1 and day 2, if you'll see, you'll get the clarity कि क्यों हम लोग English में ही कर रहे हैं. Okay. So just tell me, what do we say platform ticket in Hindi? How many of you know Telugu? Telugu. Okay. What do we say platform ticket in Telugu? If you can answer this, from tomorrow I will teach only in Hindi. बस हिंदी में ही पढ़ाऊंगा मैं. So this is my challenge to you. Okay, if you feel that we are very good at Hindi, and even in Telugu, any language, even in Marathi, platform ticket. No one. Chalo, bus station at least. Bus is again a English word. So see, almost 70% of the time you are only using the English words. Still you say that we don't know English. So you are fooling yourself. कहीं ना कहीं झूठ बोल रहे हो कि नहीं आता है मुझे. Even in bus, if you get into, you say ticket, give me a ticket. But do you say parchi or something? Even you say that where is the bike? What is the Hindi version of bike? Scooty. Scooty. Bus. No. Wal Sahib, it's not bus. Bus is again an English word. I want the Hindi or Marathi, any language. Getting the point? So see, feel confident that you are good at English. First of all, why you people are like not able to speak? Because you are not confident. So you have to be confident that I can speak. जिस दिन confidence आ गया ना कि मैं बात कर सकता हूँ, after that no one can stop you. Even the auto driver used to speak, even they used to speak because they have the confidence. So first of all, try to get that confidence. And how you'll get the confidence? Once if you'll come to know that, yes, I know these things. Even in case of hospital as well, if you go to hospital, you say, where is the doctor? But do you say that, Vaidya kahan hai? Yes? Doctor kahan hai? So many things. Even you'll say, where is the chair? Or give me the chair. But do you say kursi or something? Even in case of fan as well, you say switch on the fan. But you don't say, what do you say? Pankha. In case of flight as well. So that's why I told you, day 1, day 2, if you might have attended, ये question आता ही नहीं कि हिंदी में क्यों. Okay, so no worries. Like in case if you have missed, just I request you, like those who are attending for the day 1, I mean the first day, just go through day 1 and day 2. After that, if you don't like, then that is your choice. Okay, and those who are attending from the day 1, just उनसे भी पूछ लेना एक बार. Okay, everyone. So as usual, like all of a sudden, if you'll ask on date 3, then again I have to go through the flashback. In Marathi, Vahan Sthanak, no, Pala Sahib. Car station, like car stand we have, taxi stand we have, auto stand we have. Usko kya bolenge fir? Vahan Sthanak is even the lorry. So Vahan, every Vahan will come under that. Okay. So you have to say yourself that I don't know Hindi. Hindi nahi aata hai bolna hai. Okay. If anyone asks, are you perfect in Hindi? What you have to say? We are not perfect. So even you are not perfect in Hindi, even though you are saying we are perfect, even you are not perfect in Telugu, you are saying we are perfect in Telugu. Even you are not perfect in Marathi, you are saying we are perfect in Marathi. Anyone from Tamil Nadu here? No? Tomorrow we don't have class. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow it's not 26th. Okay, tomorrow it is. Okay. So by default, like we'll celebrate. Okay. Yeah. So don't worry regarding tomorrow, okay, Samir? If there will be no class, then you'll be informed, okay? Fine. Tab tak to enjoy karo. Yeah, so now you got. How many of you know the Hindi letters? Letters in Hindi or Telugu? In Marathi, by default, we write in Hindi. In Odia as well. So I will tell you one simple trick. Even you don't have to go through consonant and vowel and A, E, I, U, U and everything. If you know Hindi, if you know Telugu, there is a very simple trick for that. And in just like the trick is just look and write the answer. So it will hardly take 2 seconds. So I'll tell you the trick. Okay. I hope everyone knows Hindi letters. Those who are like Hindi speakers. And those who are Telugu speakers, they know Telugu letters. So in Marathi, by default, we write in Hindi. Yeah, in Odia as well. So take any language. Every language, they follow the same sound, Even in Telugu, we say a. In Hindi, we say a. Only the script, it changes. Even in Odia or Marathi as well. So I'll let you know the trick. And actually, the answer will be for this will be A. And the answer for the second one gonna be, it's A, not an. And why I'm saying, because in your verbal ability test, I mean in your written test, by default, you have to go through the article, preposition, tenses, whatever in English section. And always you have to think that how can I save my time? So always you have to worry. And this is competitive world. And in this competitive world, everyone can get 90%. But who is great, you know? Those who can score that 90% within like 5 minutes or instead of going with half an hour, if you can score in 5 minutes, then you will be the topper and you'll get the chance. Okay. So even for third one, what will be the answer by default? A or N? N, obviously. And why? We'll discuss for this one. Okay, rest of the things we'll discuss in our actual class, general one. Let's say one simple question to you. He is what will be in the blank? A, an, or the? Okay, Soumya is saying the, and. Okay, in both the blanks here. Is it right? Yes. And nahi aata. Why? So, okay, second one is wrong, obviously. So even such kind of questions you may get in your written test. So a or an, as I told you on the day one, there is a relation between noun and article. And if you don't use the noun, and noun is nothing but name, and this is a common noun. So if I don't use the noun here, I should not use article. And in detail, we'll discuss why it is. So most of the time, what you do before quality no article, obviously. Okay. So if you find any adjective before that, you should not use. After that adjective, if there is noun, only then you have to use. Or else you don't have to use. So not only the communication skills, even along with how the table, okay, I will show you. So along with the spoken, I mean, along with the communication skills, even the grammar will help you in your written test as well. So to that extent, we'll learn. Okay, thank you, Meher. Okay. So this is the thing, but I recommend you not to go with this table because this is a confusing thing. And from the past 200 years, everyone is confusing you by saying consonant vowel. So you don't have to worry. I'll tell you the simplest trick. Okay. So in every book, you'll find the same. But I'll let you know one of the easiest method that you'll not find in any book. So always like we want the short tricks. Yes. In order to excel because we don't have time. And just the 2 months are left. And I hope everyone wants the job. And obviously along with Java, Python, whatever the skills that you go through, if there is no English, no job. And you know, one important thing, difference between have to had. I will tell you, Avinash, in the movie. Okay, just have some patience. Okay. How many of you like to watch movies? Others? You don't watch movies at all? Yeah, just tell me anyone who has not watched a movie since their childhood. Is there anyone who has not watched a movie? ऐसा कोई है जो बचपन से अब तक कोई मूवी ना देखा हो? Like చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి ఇప్పటి వరకు. Okay, from your childhood, any movie. Don't worry, whatever the language you speak, I can speak all the languages. Okay, so पंजाबी से लेके तमिल तक कोई भी लैंग्वेज चलेगा. हाँ, सो इन केस लाइक ओडिया में भी चलो बोल देंगे, उसमें भी ठीक है. हाँ, अभी बस 2 लेके चलते हैं. Okay, we will. So you don't have to worry in case if you don't understand anything. Here and there we can use the other language as well. But in general, like right now, we can't use because everyone from the different states and they just they are following only the English. Okay. Oh, thank you. So, is there anyone who has not watched even a single movie since their childhood? Any great person? No? Who? No, if that is the case, then definitely like you will be great, you know. Yes. And obviously like your name will be registered in Guinness World. Okay. See, so here, okay, by default, everyone, they like to watch movies. Okay. And that is what like we just entertain ourselves. Okay. So here comes the point, like which is your favorite movie, let's say. Okay, everyone might have watched KGF 2. So can you narrate the whole movie in English? So I'll tell you the easiest trick. And you know, even I'll let you know how to narrate a story just by using the simple past. So here more and more we are going to make the things for you as easy as possible. And if you can narrate KGF 2 in English, then by default you can speak, because it's 2.5 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. And if you can speak for 3 hours continuously, it means still you will not get confidence. Yes or no? अगर 3 घंटे लगातार बात कर लिए, then by default. Okay. So I'll let you know that it will take time. Obviously, it will take obvious. So how to narrate a story just by using the simple tense, I'll let you know. Okay. And it's all about the imagination. So only like you have to come up with 2 things. That is like by default, you have to use your brain. I mean the RAM. Everyone knows RAM. Okay. And I hope everyone has the ROM. What is the meaning of ROM? And by default, you have the storage. You know, by default, you have the lot of storage. Even you don't want the external memory. Yes. You know your storage capacity? Don't know? As you keep on storing in mobile and in laptop here and there, you have like, okay, just note down the question. No, your memory I'm asking, okay? So what is your storage capacity, not your mobile phones? No, that's your phone, okay? Yours is like, so just note down this question, and like in the next class, you have to unlimited, obviously it is, but not unlimited, even it has a limit. So just do like, just search about that. And if you don't find, then I'll let you know the answer. Okay. Even in petabytes, like we have one number. Do you know petabyte means 10 raised to power 18. And in 1 TB, in 1 terabyte, you can store at least 200 movies. So petabyte is like almost 5 to 6 hard disks. And in one hard disk, if you can store 200 movies, then you can imagine what is the capacity. So you have immense, I mean, almost equivalent to unlimited memory. But what do you store, you know? All the unnecessary things, movies, reels, as usual, except studies. Yes. Okay, you can. Yeah, those who have the other classes, you can proceed. Next is like at the same time, you have to use your RAM. Everyone knows RAM. And you know, Sundar Pichai. So Sundar Pichai, he is making, as I told in the past, thousands of crores only by using his RAM. Because there are many data scientists far superior than him, many good programmers, I mean expert programmers than Sundar Pichai, but they are not making as much as Sundar Pichai. The reason is that Sundar Pichai is not using his ROM, he is using his RAM. And even in case of phone, no, not the same time, Saubhagya. Like after the demo, it will change. So it might be like 9 to 10 for offline or 10 to 11 for online. Okay, so only like till the demo. So in the same way, how many of you have a little idea about phones? I mean, in case if you would like to purchase a phone, if it has like a very good RAM, I mean, if it has 12 GB RAM, so obviously the price will be high. And if it has 8 GB RAM, the price will be low. So it depends on the RAM, not on the ROM. And if you can use your RAM, you can get very good package. Yes. So try to use. And if you can use, even English is quite easy, you know. Only like the people 2.5, obviously very good. Clap for him. This is what the answer. Your storage capacity 2.5 million gigabytes. Very good. Clap for him. Very good, Balasaheb. So this is what your storage capacity. And it's nothing but 2.5 into 10 raised power 18. And even if I ask how many zeros, you'll be shocked. You can store like that much information. Google boy, obviously you can, and everyone is a Google boy. But by default, you underestimate yourself. Yes. Obviously, by Google he found, because by default it is actually 2 power of Google. Yes. So 2.19 actually it is. Then as usual, like even we'll discuss how to start speaking without grammar. Okay. So even this will learn like how to ride scooty after learning how to ride a bike. Yes. And as usual, in our next class, I'll tell you like how to introduce yourself. Okay. And why we have to say my name is, why don't we say myself, this is. And then after like, I'll call one by one. Even you have to introduce yourself. And then after we'll wind up our trailer. And then we'll start with our movie. Okay. So before we wind up today's session, yeah, someone they asked like regarding the course details. Let me show you. Yeah, Venkat, what about online? Yeah, to both. Okay, after the trailer, like the movie will start both online and offline. So see, first we'll discuss about the grammar, and this is what like we were discussing why we have to go through the grammar. Sorry. Then after this particular thing, then followed by the speaking topics, online class. Yeah, please, you can confirm with the admin. Tomorrow there will be class. I hope there will just confirm with the admin in case. I hope everyone has the number. Okay. So You can just confirm. And what's the number? 7. Okay, let me type here. 799 799 7808. Okay, so you can just ask him what is the process of online class. No other process, just by default you have to attend. Okay, by Zoom link, same like the link will change after the trailer. So this is what the course content gonna be. Then after we'll go through the storytelling, and then after the interview skills. Okay, if you require, like, I'll upload in the Google Classroom by default. So before we wind up, any other queries, anyone? No queries? Feel free to ask. Tomorrow Republic Day, Saraswati Puja, so tomorrow holiday. Okay, so happy Republic Day and happy Saraswati Puja to all. Okay. So by default, like yet the official holidays, or else, like, if you'll come, then we'll celebrate Republic Day, and even by default you'll get the chocolates, and it will remind you about your school days. Yes. Okay. Online class, online and offline same time. No. Like after the demo it will change. Where is the sheet? Okay, so after the demo classes, tomorrow no lecture. Okay, by default you can. Okay, if there will be lecture, then you will be informed, or else you can just get the confirmation from the admin. And by default, like, mostly we may take holiday because being the national holiday. Okay, so, and by then after course duration time, yeah, it will be 2 months. 2 months. Okay, so in case, like, if there will be holiday tomorrow, then day after tomorrow you have to come and you have to give a speech on Republic Day. Okay, everyone. So you have to listen the speech. Class timing 8 a.m. No. 9. Special treatment for offline. No special treatment. Okay, so for me, online and offline both are same. Okay, if you'll come in offline, like, I can see you, and if you'll be in online, then I have to request you to see you. Okay, so this is what the difference. Rest of the things are. So don't translate. That's what I say. Okay, let me show you one more miracle. If how to overcome, I will. Sir, classroom link not yet created. Okay, how to create, how to overcome. That's the reason you are here. No? Okay, for example, Ramesh, it's why Ramesh, like, Manoj will it. Okay, Manoj eats an apple, for example. What is the meaning of this? Manoj एक apple खाता है. So according to your translation, this is what Manoj एक apple खाता है. Manoj oka apple tinted. Getting the point? So don't try to translate. As I told on day one, that English, it follows a rule and just follows subject, verb, and object. Why you want to become computer? The computer does the translation like binary 0, 1, 2, and you don't have to translate everything. By default, just follow. Because our brain, it slows down whenever you get into the complexity. So always make the things as simple as possible. If you say Manoj eats an apple, but if you translate Manoj ek apple khata hai, Manoj oka apple tinted. Okay, so Manoj an apple eats. That is what the English version you'll get. And even if you'll go through the Google, sometimes even it gives you the wrong information. So try not to translate. Just take English as a language. And how to overcome that? Slow and steadily. If you'll come to the class, if you'll speak only English, then by default you'll follow the rule, and then you'll learn. And there is no booster dose for that. That on day one you'll get. Okay, so day by day. So with every day's progress, then your online, offline at same time. No, 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 no. Only the trailer course syllabus. Venkat, as I have shown you again, is asking. So see, let me clear your confusion. Most of you may have the question that online and offline will be conducted same time. No, that's not true. Offline will have the different timing. It might be 9 to 10 or 10 to 11, and online may have the different timing that might be 10 to 11 or 9 to 10. Okay, so this is what. So don't get confused. And after this, like if I'll start with the online, I'll only interact with the online people. If I'll start with the offline, I'll only interact with the offline people. So only for the trailer to see the things how the course will be. Okay, Jamil. So here like see Venkat. So the course content is this. Like first we'll go through the grammar. Okay, like all these things, and in case if you want to understand in detail, so just go through day 1 and day 2 the video lectures, and it's provided the admin will provide you the link. Even you can ask the admin those who have missed. Then followed by the speaking. In speaking we'll cover all these things. Then followed by the storytelling, cooking, traveling, everything, and then at last we'll go with the interview skills. Okay, Venkat? Yeah. So any other questions, anyone from offline? I am from which state? Okay. So from where you are, I'm from the same state. Okay. So moreover, like you have to learn English and you are worried about my state. Huh? I'm from India. Okay. Thank you. So by default, like people, they have this question. So now it's clear, Venkat? Okay. Any other questions here? No. Okay. So thank you and happy Republic Day and Saraswati Puja to all. Thank you.